What's up guys, this is Cody here, and today I'm going to be showing you a brand new tweak called Multiplexer. Now this is a massive multitasking tweak that has 6 core features that each allow you to multitask in a completely different way. So I'm going to be walking you through each of those features in this video. So the first thing I want to mention here, because I know you guys are going to ask about it, is the wallpaper as well as the lock screen here. So if you guys want this lock screen or wallpaper, I'll be sure to post it on my Twitter, so just follow me on Twitter and you'll have it. So when you first install Multiplexer, you're going to notice that you actually get a Multiplexer app right here. Now what that is a tutorial on how to use this tweak, and it's going to go through every single main feature that Multiplexer has. So it's really thorough and it's really nice to have just because it walks you through everything. But I'm going to walk you through most of the stuff here in this video. So the first thing we want to talk about is the first feature called Aura. Now, Aura is a backgrounding feature. So you can see right here, if we go ahead and open up our settings, we're going to go down here to Multiplexer and open that up. You can see all the different features that we have right here. So just make sure that you have this enabled, and then you can change up the theme if you want to. You have a default, dark, and Windows 8 theme right there that you can change up. But you can see right here that we have Aura. So we're just going to tap on this pane, and it's going to bring us into our settings for Aura. So you have it enabled right here, and then you can set up an activation method right here. So I just have mine set to double tap of the status bar. So you have to actually be in an application in order to use this. You can't use it on the springboard, obviously, but you just set that up right there, and then you can also toggle on or toggle off exit app after menu. So basically, if this is enabled, the current app is going to be closed after selecting what you want to do with that particular application. This might sound a little bit confusing, but it's going to make a lot more sense here in a second when I demonstrate it. But you can see right down here, you also have your global options. So you have your backgrounding mode. So if you tap on this, this is actually the options that you are going to get when you use that activation method. So they're all pretty self-explanatory, but you can see right here that you have native backgrounding, unlimited backgrounding time, force foreground, kill on exit, or suspend immediately. So if we go back here to Aura, you'll also notice that you have icon indicator options as well as status bar indicator options. Now for the status bar indicator options, I was having a little bit of issues with it, so I just kind of disabled it. Basically they would pop up here, but the icons wouldn't actually go away. But really it's not that big of a deal, and I've talked to the developer and he said he was going to fix it, so really it's nothing to worry about. But before we actually demonstrate this, you can also see that you can do this by app as well. So you can get really granular here. So you can set each application up to your specific settings. So if we just tap on Alien Blue here, you can see that you can enable this, and then you have all of your settings right here for that specific application. And you have a ton of toggles right down here as well. So again, very granular if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of this. But let's just say, for instance, that we wanted to play a music video audio in the background. So we open up YouTube here, we start playing a video. You're going to notice that we can still hear that right there. So now when we actually use Aura, we activate this, you can see you can force the foreground. So now on our springboard, we can still play this in the background just like that. So pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory how that works. But basically this gives you complete control over backgrounding tasks on your device. Now another thing you'll notice here, that since I set this up for force foreground, is that I get a little badge indicator right there on the application, basically just saying this is force foreground. Now the next feature of Multiplexer I want to show you guys is called Empoleon. So what this does is take full screen applications and turn them into windowed mode. So for instance, if we go ahead and open up YouTube right here, you'll see that if we just swipe up from the bottom left hand side of the screen, it's actually going to put that application in windowed mode. So you can change the size of this, you can actually change the orientation of it as well. All you want to do is just tap on that status bar right there for the application, and you get these options right here. So this tweak is very similar to Mirror, if you guys remember that tweak. So basically you can tap on this to maximize it or make it full screen. You can close out of it, you can minimize it or make it smaller, or you can lock the orientation. Now when you're in this mode, in edit mode, you can actually resize it just like that as well. So if we tap on this and we wanted to rotate it, you just rotate it just like that, and then we can lock orientation right here. Tap on this and you can see that the application is now in landscape mode. So you could obviously just put this right down here. You could play a video up here, and then you can layer some more windowed applications right up here as well. So let's just say that we wanted to close out of this. Let's say we wanted to open up Spotify here, and we'll put that into windowed mode, and we'll also open up Reddit right here, and then open that up into windowed mode. So you can see you can obviously have multiple windows running here at the exact same time. Now if we open up the settings here, you'll see that we go into the Multiplexer settings, and then we'll tap on Empoleon. You're gonna have a few little options here. So first of all, you're gonna have to enable this, and then you can actually change where you swipe up from. So you can change it from the left, the middle, or the right. And you can also just toggle this on where it always launches applications in Windows. Now right down here, you can always enable gestures, so you can toggle that on. You can also toggle on only show icons in easy to tap mode. So basically, if you toggle this off, it's gonna give you basically just a plus sign, a minus sign, and everything, kind of like you would in Windows or OS X, just normal Windows that you would have the little options right up there at the top. Coming down here, you can also toggle on complete animations. You have a few other toggles here to snap windows. You can also do rotation snapping, which I have toggled on, which is pretty helpful. That way you don't end up with, crooked windows. Also right down here, you can show the snap helper. And if you want to, you can set up an activator method that's going to sort the windows all at the exact same time. Now you can see here that I've actually opened up 4 different windows right here. Now you can actually set up an activator gesture to sort all of these so you don't have to do it yourself. So for instance, I've set mine up to a triple press of the home button. So if I go ahead and press that, you can see that it sorts those and resizes those to make them a whole lot more efficient in terms of taking up space and where they are. So now that I have all 4 of these applications running, the next feature I want to show you guys is called Mission Control. So the way to access this is you just open up your app switcher and then you swipe down like you're pulling down the notification center. So you'll see right up here that we have the desktops pane, so you can add desktops right up here. Right below that you see on this desktop, so I'm actually selected on this desktop right here, so it's showing all 4 of those applications that are running in windowed mode. And then right down here we also have running elsewhere, so basically all the applications that aren't running on the desktop that's selected right here. So if I wanted to close out of all these applications rather than having to tap on the status bar of each of those windows and then closing them, I could just tap on kill all right here, or I can actually pick these up and drag them to the trash can right there. And this seems to actually work a little bit better than the kill all feature, just because sometimes it doesn't work as fluidly as it probably should. But you can see right here, just pulling this down and closing them out is going to close out of all those windows. Again, if we tap on this desktop and we wanted to bring up a windowed application there, you can just drag it up there and you can see that we have that open. So you can set this up how you want, but you can basically see that I have some applications running on this desktop, and then if I tap on this one, you can see that I have different applications running here. So I have the clock window right there. So basically it just allows you to manage your desktops however you want to. And then just hitting the home button while you have a desktop selected is going to use that desktop. Now another cool feature here is called quick access. So what this does is you can pull down your notification center here, and you'll notice that I have another tab right here that just says Alien Blue. So if I tap on that, it's actually going to always have Alien Blue right there in my notification center just for quick access. So of course you can obviously change this application to whatever application that you want, but you can obviously see that you can use the entire application right there within the notification center, and it's just a swipe and a tap away. Now the next feature of Multiplexer is called Reach App. So this is actually literally just straight up taking that tweak and putting it into Multiplexer. So if you guys have heard of Reach App, basically what it does is allow you to open up applications and then use reachability to use that space as another application, as you can see right there. So I have YouTube running up there, and then I can access settings right down here. Of course, there's a little grabber if you want to resize the window right there, if I can grab it. And the last feature of Multiplexer is called Swipe Over. So you can see if we swipe over from the right side of the screen, it's actually going to pop out the last opened application, which is obviously YouTube, as you can see. Now, if we want to either make this smaller, just like that, or if we want to get rid of it altogether, then we can actually just continue to swipe it over. Now, if we swipe it over here, and then we make it just a little bit smaller, what we can do is tap and hold right here, and this is going to allow us to open up a different application other than the one that we have open. So for instance, let's say that we wanted to open up Reddit. So open up Reddit here, and you can see that it changes that windowed application to the application that you chose. Now another thing that you can do is just tap over here, and it's actually going to put those applications side by side. Now for me, this doesn't work that well just because there's not a lot of space that you can use right here. I guess in some instances it could be cool. I haven't found applications that actually work that well with this, but you can see again that you can actually resize the windows right there as well. So there's not a massive utility there, but still at the same time, it is pretty cool. Now, if we hit the home button, that's going to get rid of it. Again, if we swipe over, there's another thing that you can do here. So let's go ahead and make it just a little bit smaller, and you'll notice a little detach window right up there at the top. So if we tap on that, that's actually going to turn that application into a window. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this tweak. There are a few bugs that need to be worked out just to make the entire experience a whole lot more fluid, but at the same time, this was an extremely ambitious tweak with a ton of different features that you can customize and do all kinds of things with. Of course, I didn't go into the nitty-gritty in-depths of this tweak just because, I mean, that would take hours to actually go through each setting and everything that you can do with this. But hopefully you guys have a good idea of this. And another thing that I want to mention is that giveaway. So I'm actually going to be giving away 25 copies of this tweak. So I think that's going to be really cool. You guys get to check it out for yourself without having to pay for it. Of course, I know you guys like that. And I'm going to do the entire giveaway on Twitter. So all you have to do is make sure you're following me on Twitter and then tweet me your Cydia ID. And then once the app is released, I'll be sure to let you guys know that it's released, and I'll choose 25 people to get the tweak for free. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smack that like button. Of course, if you want to see more videos just like this, then make sure you subscribe. All right, guys, until next time, peace.